Hello, my wellness travelers. This is Dragonwolf. Thank you for being here for the full moon, lunar eclipse, blood moon, and Virgo. So I went ahead and pulled some cards, and the energy for right now is one of independence. That is the energy. Energy is independence. And this year, the fire horse had already started, and last year we've already shed everything. And so at this point right now, we are looking towards our independence. We're looking towards our path forward. We're looking towards where we want to go. And the energy that is fueling this is the King of Wands. And so with the King of Wands, your leadership, authority, there's an aggressive action force here. So there's a force here. You could say that has a masculine energy to it. And I feel like that's just the assertion of it. Of course, anything that has to do with male or female energies can be in any gender, any body. So that's because we have both female and male energies. But that's the aggression. We are moving forward. We have made some decisions. We've been knocked on our rear in many ways. And with the solar eclipse energy that is waning, and the lunar eclipse that has been starting to gain, right? Because here we are. And what does the lunar? The lunar brings up things we haven't seen. The lunar allows us, okay, so you got the solar that and they're both connected. The energies, that everything is connected. So the solar is intense. The lunar, I'm not saying it's not intense, but it doesn't have the same power. It feels more subtle, feels more quiet, but it just rises up. And what we're seeing here is this year, this is a very pivotal year for you and your life. So that is going to span all aspects. We're talking finances, career, education, if you're still in school, your family, your friends, yourself, your connection with your spiritual path. Everything is I don't want to say it's in a flux, but it is. Because you have choices to still make. Because things that just came up with the solar and the lunar right now, okay, so give it a little bit more time. Some things are going to be still coming up. All of it's connected, and you have an intensity. There is a strong movement here, and it's all about independence. And the independence is you want to become the human you want to become. You know instinctively, that this is a major milestone decision time in your life. And we've already known that decisions were having to be made. This is in conjunction with that. Whether it's exactly the same, they're connected. There is no way that what you're dealing with right now is brand new, out of nowhere. This is still part of all of that's been going on. So, in saying that, what is the energies with that? The energy, we have Queen of Pentacles. Let's get it right there. Queen of Pentacles. And then we also have the Five of Wands. Okay. And so with the Queen of Pentacles, that is saying you want to become this strong individual. I feel the word authority, but in a very balanced, self-care, loving way with yourself, with your environment, with your family and friends, with coworkers, with every step that you take. You want this to have a balance, a beauty, a love, a generosity, and encouraging energy, totally spiritually inclined, just everything flowing. And this is also in the Pentacle realm, so therefore we are talking about finances. We are talking about career education that would lead to a career. We are talking about that because the energy here is everything that your life is built on. They are all moving 1 now. Okay. So that means then that anything that you do is going to affect every other aspect of your life. All of that is right now in the place of what you need to be dealing with. Now, with the 5 of Wands, what are we saying about that? We're saying that you are internally fighting with yourself. And you may be also fighting with others. And I don't mean fighting as in arguments and that kind of thing, but there's a lot of heavy debate. There's a lot of, do I do this? Do I really want that? Is this who I really am? Is this what I really want to do with my life? Is this, do I really think I want that? I thought I did. Or, and, depending, it could be some of the people in your life that you might be family or friends, that they are part of this. So whatever you are doing, you're being influenced by, or you are influencing them with your decisions and their decisions, because everybody that you're dealing with is going through this too. So it is like this, we're just kind of like going like this right now. So interesting that I did something that would mimic like water and waves, because we also have these, we're still good on the mic, side energies coming in. And I think it's interesting that I hit the mic, because it's almost as though like you don't see it, but it's going to kind of not hit you hard, but kind of, graze a little bit on your cheeks there. So we're looking at the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. So with these two cards right here, right? And then we have the card of the 6 of Wands. Okay, so we got the 6 of Wands, Queen, and we got the King. All right, which means that this is your moving out into the world. This is your facing forward. This is your, what everybody is seeing, what you're presenting. You getting out into the world, your socialization, your desire to move, your desire to be seen, your desire to be heard, and you want to get out there. And the fact it's in cups is because there is this instinctive, spiritual guidance. There is your higher self. There is this wonderful flow of your mind, body, spirit, of your spiritual beliefs, God, divine, your higher self. Everyone is walking in step, in tandem towards this independence. And I'm not saying independence where you are by yourself. No, but independence where you are commanding everything in your life. Everything is of your decision. And even if you're working with other people, you're married, you have kids, friends, parents, whomever you have to work with, if they are definitely part of what's happening in your life, you are still very strong in where you are and the decisions that you're making, and that what you are doing, you are not feeling forced. You are not feeling like, even though we're influencing others and they're influencing us, but it's only to bring out a higher self-decision and belief and confidence. So all of this energy is really moving. Now, we also have the Knight of Wands, and what was over it is the 3 of Swords. So this is this wound that you have had to look at, because it is definitely part of this energy. It is this, I feel it in my gut, like but it's kind of like back. So it's a little bit more in the background. This is a past wound. This is something that is part of you, which has been part of your back and forth. Do I really want that? Is that really going to work for me? Is that who I really am? Is this good for me and others? Is how I'm perceiving things from this wound. And you're not ignorant of this wound. This wound is front and center. You've been dealing with this wound. This wound is not new to you. You may still have some aspects of it that you still have to hone and figure out, but it is fully in your consciousness. You do know, and you do know that it has been a part of your life, and it has made aspects of your decisions and what you've been going through. So, in saying that, it still has a presence in what you're doing right now and the decisions and the movement and this trajectory that you're doing. However, it's not influencing you the same way. You have risen to a higher self. You have risen to a higher growth with it. Is it completely done? With some, I'm going to say that you're really very far in your healing on it. Some, you're about midway. But that is, even if you're only midway, you're still in a very good place with it. Because you're very aware and you know how it's influencing you. And you may still be learning some techniques and tools on how to heal it and how to recognize it still. Because wounds will affect everything that we do, and we are not always conscious that it's doing that. So in saying that, then this is part of the Knight of Cups and the Moon. Okay, so one, we've got a full moon going on right now, and it is a lunar eclipse. So we have a lot of moon energy going on right now, and it's a blood moon. So there's your intensity. And we are also, because of the intensity of the movement, but we also still have things to be seen. So with it being lunar, again, the eclipse, there's going to be some new things that still have as of yet to show up. But in the past few days, you may have already been like seeing some things that, oh my goodness, I didn't realize that. Or it is the next level of something you already knew. So we're still in these things coming to the surface, but it's all in tandem with the moving towards your independence of full self. And we do have the moonlit path. So with moonlit path, follow the moon's light, it leads you to truth. And so again, truth. Truth is seeing yourself in full, seeing all of your wounds, all of your who you are and where you've been. Let's not forget where we've been, because we have traveled, we have suffered, we've had pain, we've overcome, we've fallen down, we've gotten back up, we've learned some hard lessons, we've ignored some things. We now know that we have to face some of the things we've ignored. We now know that moving forward is nothing but the healthiest point. So if part of that is facing something you've ignored, or facing something for the first time, or facing it from a higher level of something you've already been dealing with, now is the time, and now is when it's coming in, because this is part of that trajectory of moving forward, of bringing everything of yourself into balance. That is this year, and it is moving fast. Fire horse, moving fast. So with all the movement this year, stay in balance. All of what we are seeing now is balance. Stay in balance. So if that means you need to take a day off of work, don't just do it and lay in bed. Do it with purpose. If you need to have a self-care day, whatever that means to you, to recalibrate yourself, balance yourself, do it. Get in prayer. Get into spiritual practice of some kind. Get out in nature. Do things that feed you, because the only way you're going to continue at this trajectory and get to the next point that we're going to, that we are moving fast towards, is staying in balance. If you do not stay in balance, you will burn out. You will be harmed. You will get sick. You will be depleted. You will feel like you're crawling on hands and knees to get from one day to the next. Do not do that to yourself. This is a warning. Stay in balance. So when you start feeling a little afraid, that's when you're like, okay, all right, hold on. I need some time. It could just be an hour. It could be a day. It could be a whole weekend. It could be a whole week. I don't know what you need. I don't know what I'm going to need. And you won't know until it actually happens, because I know I'm moving fast. I've already got a lot of things flying here for myself. So if it's happening like this with me, I know it's happening with you, and it is beautiful. things that we are coming into are beautiful if we stay balanced. Do not fall down and get harmed because you didn't take the time. So also we have with that the giver, and we also have the fledgling. So with the giver and the fledgling, you need to look at yourself as in, I need to love me. Sometimes we love everything and everyone and give to everything and everyone way before we do to ourselves. And that sometimes is society, sometimes the way we've set it up because we didn't realize, we didn't know about self-care. We didn't know that taking care of ourselves is also taking care of others. So the fledgling, there is this, almost look at yourself in this nurturing way because the giver, giving to yourself. And that is what this is about, is giving to you. See yourself almost as like this small child or this little animal that needs to be held, needs to be cuddled, needs to have a blanket put over it, needs to be fed treats, needs to get a little nap. That's how you need to see yourself. I'm this individual that needs this moment. Now, if that, again, that moment could just be an afternoon nap, okay? That could be going to a museum, taking yourself out to dinner, going for a nice walk. Whatever it is, you need to do it. And remember to do it. Don't forget, this is an entire year, people, okay? This isn't just for now. This is an entire year, so remember to not forget you. All right, so let's see what we can get towards a closing, because I don't feel like there's anything else that we need to know about this. It's a blowing and going moment. Just don't forget to forget yourself, okay? So let's see what we need to do to close out. And we have the Emperor. All right. So we are talking about strength. We're talking about command. We're talking about assuredness. We're talking about courage. We're talking about bravery. We're talking about being fully in yourself, self-reliant, confident, strong. We are not wavering. We are not scared. We are in complete calm, but in a way that is strength. Just even if you're sitting there quiet, it's being seen. You're projecting that strength. Everyone can see it. You can feel it. You know it. So just know that the direction you're going in is bringing in this beautiful energy for you, bringing in this beautiful, wonderful self. And that's where we're going. As a collective, and anything if you looked at for the astrology of this year, there's a lot of revolution energy out there. There's a lot of change, and we are in that, and we are part of that. You taking care of you making good, strong decisions towards a future that benefits you, benefits the all, because we want to make sure that we're not doing things from a selfish, fearful place. We always want to be doing things from a loving, compassionate, higher self, best for all kind of energy. So whatever this is, movement for you, make sure it's going in a place of love for self and for others. And that's the energy for this. This is the reading for this. So I want to say this is going to be a ride this year. The fire horse energy is not going to slow down. Go keep on going. Take care of you. All right. This is Dragonwolf. I love you. Please subscribe if you like what you see. Thumbs up. And check out my website at KathyShannonDesign.com. I have not had the chance to do any new artwork, and I will be working on that soon. I've got a lot of projects. So you might want to check out my website. If you ever want anything individually done, I can do commissions as well. But everything that's on there now and will be on there are from originals I've done that I sell prints for. But if there's anything that you want to commission for, I'm definitely open for that. You can always contact me. Thank you, and I love you. Next time.